I know I'm losing my stay. The people just to me, they gonna push them all away.
Man, I think I welcome to the edition of the 100 I'm host doing only 100 first, man. Today, man, we got LeBron James, man. People be talking about Jordan, man, but for me, man, I feel like LeBron is the greatest, man. But again, that plays into that part, which era you were born in. I was born into the LeBron era, man. I think Jordan retired when I was a little kid, or I was not even interested into basketball, man. So I know nothing about it. For me, man, LeBron all the way. Feel me, Team LeBron all the way. So today we got LeBron James. How LeBron James spent $450 million, man. Let's check it out.
When you think of the greatest basketball players of all time, there's bound to be a number of names rattling around in your head. One of which will definitely be the polarizing icon himself, LeBron James. Along with his legendary NBA career, King James has also stepped into the realm of acting and business, the latter of which has made him an absolute fortune. Today, we're going to look at all the massive financial transactions LeBron has been involved with, from his gorgeous mansions, his charity work, his luxury cars, and his connection to Liverpool Football Club. So, let's get started.
Let's go.
Since LeBron James is one of the greatest basketball players to ever walk the earth, he is worth an absolute fortune as a result. His net worth is estimated to be a massive $450 million.
Damn.
That takes into account his sporting salaries, income from his business ventures, and his sponsorship and endorsement deals. By the time James hit 33 years of age, it was estimated he had made $765 million throughout his career. With this vast...
Shit, man. That's a lot. That's definitely a lot, man. Come on.
Fortune. We better look at the pricey items that LeBron has spent his cash on.
Obviously.
With all that cash available, like many other multimillionaires, the king has invested his dollars into the property market, mostly for himself and his family. One of the mansions he purchased for himself was in 2010. He splashed out $9 million on a home in Coconut Bay in Miami, Florida. Then, in 2015, after leaving Miami Heat, the house was sold for a profit for $13.4 million.
Oh, yeah.
It was originally on the market for $15 million before the price dropped. The house has 6 bedrooms, 8.5 bathrooms, an infinity pool, a home cinema, and a dock for 2 60-feet yachts. Over his illustrious career, James has owned 2 homes in Brentwood, California. The first he picked up in 2015 for $21 million. The 9,300...
His prices are mad on this one, man. Man, for moving... He bought his first house at $99 million to move into a $21 million house, man. That's upgrading yourself, man.
50-square-foot mansion has 6 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, a marble kitchen, a massive swimming pool. The luxury house was first created in 2011 and was designed by famous mansion architect Ken Unger. The second Brentwood property in LeBron's portfolio was purchased in 2018 for $23 million. He bought it shortly after news broke of his move to the LA Lakers. It has 8 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, a beautiful office, a wine cellar, a game room, private cinema, a gym, an outdoor spa, and a swimming pool. This 15,600 square foot mansion was only built in 2017, but LeBron and his love of large homes isn't done yet. In 2020, reports came out that James had purchased another multi-million-dollar mansion. This time, it's in Beverly Hills. It has 4 bedrooms, 6.5 bathrooms, a lot...
Damn, my man. This house is a house built for a king, and since it's King James, man, come on.
Library, 2 detached guest houses, a tennis court, a swimming pool, and an indoor fountain fixture. He apparently spent a whopping $39 million on his luxury home.
Obviously.
In 2011, the king decided to invest in the world of sports. Instead of the obvious choice and going with a basketball team like many NBA stars, James put money into English Premier League team Liverpool Football Club. James bought a 2% stake into the club through his marketing company, LRMR. The cost of that minor stake was $6.5 million. Since then, Liverpool has been on an upward swing, recently claiming the Premier League title and winning the UEFA Champions League last year. It's estimated that James's stake is now worth $43.6 million.
That's a damn great investment right there, man. Just buying a 2% shares, man, from 5 point something million to 43 right now, man. Come on, man. Man, Liverpool, man, is on the damn right. I think right now they may be worth over 50, over 60 to 70, man.
First founded in 2007, Spring Hill Entertainment was a production company founded by LeBron James and Maverick Carter. In 2008, the company released the sports documentary More Than a Game. In 2020, Spring Hill Entertainment became the Spring Hill Company after raising an investment of $100 million. James's other media company, Uninterrupted, also fell into the new company. Not long after the merger, they signed a deal with ABC Studios to produce scripted television for the Disney Company. Prior to this, for 5 years, the company was working for Warner Brothers. Spring Hill is also the driving force behind the second Space Jam film, Space Jam: A New Legacy, which will also star LeBron James in the lead role. LeBron has been in 12 productions to date as an actor, with his biggest appearance coming in 2015's film Trainwreck. James's savvy business dealing continues with Blaze Pizza. In 2012, along with other investors, the iconic basketballer plowed $1 million into the startup pizza franchise.
Wow.
Since then, Blaze Pizza has become one of the fastest growing food franchises in U.S. history. James's investment is now worth a hefty $25 million. In 2017, the pizza company was valued at $250 million. Due to his investment in Blaze Pizza, James walked away from an endorsement deal with McDonald's in 2015. This deal would have paid him $15 million over 4 years. One of LeBron's biggest money-spending ventures is in activism and charity. For example, in 2016, James donated a fee of $2.5 million to the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture. This was in order to support an exhibit about legendary boxer Muhammad Ali. Another legendary basketballer, Michael Jordan, also donated $5 million, while Magic Johnson donated $1 million. In an interview, when asked about Ali, James said, quote, "I think of him every day. Without his passion and goals and morals, I don't know if I'd be sitting here today talking to you about it," unquote. James is a big supporter of political activism. He wants all U.S. citizens to have the opportunity to vote. James's group, More Than a Vote, recently announced they were donating $100,000 to help pay the outstanding fines and fees of ex-felons in Florida. At the moment, former felons with outstanding costs are unable to register to vote in the state. James has also shown support for presidential candidates that grab his attention. In 2008, he donated $20,000 to Barack Obama's presidential campaign. In 2010, the world was waiting on tenterhooks for James to announce his new team after leaving the Cleveland Cavaliers for the first time. It was broadcast on television on ESPN and was called The Decision, during which he announced his move to Miami Heat. The interview was filmed at the Connecticut branch of the Boys and Girls Club of America. This group helps children to succeed in life by offering after-school programs for young people. Notable members of the club include Shaquille O'Neal, WWE owner Vince McMahon, Jennifer Lopez, Denzel Washington, and many more. James used the proceeds of the ad revenue from the interview and donated it to the nonprofit organization, the cost of which was $3 million.
Wow.
James's connections also meant $500,000 worth of computer equipment and $500,000 worth of sports equipment was also donated to the club. Through support of the LeBron James Family Foundation in 2018, the I Promise School was opened in Akron, Ohio. With that, James has stated that the foundation will pay for 4-year scholarships to students at the school with the University at Akron. Each scholarship will cost $9,500 per year, making each scholarship worth $38,000 per student. There are an estimated 2,300 students that could benefit from the system, meaning the cost would be as much as $87.4 million. On top of this, in 2020, James donated 1,300 meals to families of students at I Promise. LeBron James isn't shy about spending money on himself either. While he was watching a basketball match, James was seen wearing a pricey watch. It was an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak offshore chronograph. Even the case of the watch is exuberant. It's made with 18-karat white gold. It's also set with 608 diamonds for a total of 8.2 carats. When the watch was first introduced in 2013, it had a price tag of $178,800. In 2013, James partnered with Audemars Piguet to produce an exclusive watch. Its full name is the Royal Oak Offshore Chronograph Limited Edition LeBron James.
Wow.
The case of the watch is from 18-karat pink gold and titanium. It would have cost $51,000 at the time of its release, but today, online watch websites are selling the timepiece for as much as $79,000. While in Brooklyn to watch Dwayne Wade's last professional game in 2019, LeBron was spotted wearing a stunning yellow gold Rolex on his wrist. This is the Day-Date 2 model. While the exact model has been discontinued by Rolex, it can still be purchased online via private sellers. The cost of this watch can be as much as $41,000. In 2019, the bike company, Dirty Sixer, were announced to be making a custom bike for LeBron James. The NBA star is known for his passion for mountain biking. LeBron being as tall as he is, the wheels on the bike alone are 36 inches. The 36er, as the model is named, has a base price of nearly $7,000 at the time. Keeping with his love for bikes, James invested in the bike manufacturers during 2007. He is said to have plowed $1,000 into the business. Honest, Cannondale teamed up with James that year to provide bikes for the King of Kids Bike-a-thon, an event that was operated by the LeBron James Family Foundation. In 2006, the event raised nearly $400,000 for local causes in Akron, Ohio. Just like the majority of mega athletes, LeBron James has a car collection that would make automobile fanatics drool. Firstly, there's the Ferrari 458 Spyder Convertible. The color of the vehicle was custom made for James. This Ferrari has a 597 horsepower, 4.5-liter V8 engine. When this car was first released in 2015, it had a sale price of $245,000. If the king wants to drive a car that's less of a sports car and more business, he has the luxurious Bentley Continental Gt in his garage. This car can get from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.6 seconds. On top of that, it has a max speed of 207 miles per hour. The 2018, the model that James owns, was originally priced at $218,400. Now, probably the most iconic car within his luxury collection, a customized Lamborghini Aventador Roadster. In 2013, the Lambo's paintwork was adapted to match the floral design of James's Nike shoes at the time, the LeBron X1 King's Pride. It's reported that LeBron originally spent $670,000 on the 720 horsepower Roadster. James's car is a Porsche 911 Turbo S. This car is a fan favorite among the wealthy. It has 550 horsepower and can get from 0 to 60 in just 2.8 seconds. At the time, the 2012 model had a price tag of $160,700, while the 2019 model costs $190,700. LeBron clearly loves Porsche vehicles. In 2014, he gifted his mother with a brand new Porsche Panamera for her birthday. The Panamera has a 3.0-liter V6 engine. It's also able to get 44.1 miles per gallon. At the time of its release, it cost around $85,000. And that's it. Which celebrity should we look at through the financial...
And that's it, man. How LeBron James spent his $450 million, you feel me? I think he spent too much money of his money on charities, you feel me? Which is a nice thing, you feel me? Hope you like it, guys. And give me a comment on what I should check out next, and also subscribe if you're not subscribed.